Hey there, YouTube. Spirit Smoker. Smoking my custom built with some proper English. It's a beautiful late summer, early fall day here in New England. And I thought this was the perfect thing to go with it. No real agenda for today's video. I just wanted to talk about a couple things, I guess. Just ramble. I'm sure some of you are probably saying, isn't that what you do anyway? You can probably hear it we're over by a beautiful stream, river. Before the end of the video, I'll give you a quick pan of where I am. It's beautiful out here. The sun is hitting everything just perfectly, and these colors are amazing. Looks like Bob Ross painted it. He's one of my favorite people, by the way. Bob Ross, I love him. I know he's dead now, which is a shame, but he made some of the most beautiful paintings. Watching his show can really make you appreciate nature. It's on Netflix, by the way. Totally worth it. Well, I hope all of you are happy and safe and well. I know that Hurricane Irma just did a number on Florida. Hopefully any of you who either live down there or have loved ones who live down there are safe. My grandparents were in Naples. They lived down there, and they couldn't get out in time. So they rode it out with some friends in their place, and no flooding. Some minor debris damage, things like that, trees down, that kind of thing. But other than that, they made out very well, safe and sound. So thank goodness. So yesterday was a very trying day. I tried to make a video and I couldn't. Between September 11th, rather it being September 11th, and worrying about how they were doing down there, my mind was occupied elsewhere. That being said, I did enjoy a nice pipe to help myself kind of relax and think a bit. That helps a lot. So today is my first day off of 8 days, taking some time from work and just to relax. And it was originally for the purpose of going to the Cape with my grandparents and some family, cousins and aunt and uncles, that kind of thing, for not really a reunion, more of we do a family get together every year, and I haven't been able to go for the past few years, and with the storm we had to cancel that. But they'll actually be coming up apparently tomorrow. They were able to get a flight. So we were lucky, very, very lucky. And then Thursday I was going to go to the Hartford Reading Society, but they're coming up for 2 days to see us, and then another 2 days to go up to Vermont and see my aunt and uncle. So they'll be here on Thursday when I was going to go down to Hartford. Which is fine. As much as I love going to those meetings, sorry about that. As much as I love going to those meetings, family is, of course, more important. So today was for some rest and relaxation. We're taking a beautiful walk through the woods. Well, I'm lunting, she's walking. And this does the soul good to be out here. I just want to show you real quick some of the stuff that I bring with me when we go to an area that we're not familiar with. And even if we are familiar with it, I bring a few things along, sort of just in case type things. One of them, which I always have on me in some form or another, is a knife. Today I've got the Bark River Mini Kephart. Take that out for you. This stays in my pocket. It's a Kephart design CPM 3V knife, very thin stock. Does a beautiful job of bushcrafting. Extremely tough knife. Extremely tough knife. Always with me in the woods. Love it. Gets done pretty much anything that I need. People try to get those gigantic 1/4-inch thick blades out and everything, and they just, there's so much material that there's so much steel that's trying to push its way through the material that it just doesn't work. Something like this is nice and thin. It slices right through even thick branches. It's nice. So if I need that, it's there for whatever. If we get stuck out here for some reason, or if I need to make something out of, maybe a splint or something like that in case one of us gets our foot cut in one of these mini rocks. So I always have that. I always have cordage in the form of my laces, and I usually keep some paracord in my pocket. I'm not going to drag that out because I know what cordage is. I always keep at least 2 ways to do fire. My sweetheart's got ferro rod, and I've got my pipe lighter. I always bring a compass out too. This is my little True Nord compass. These things are awesome. They're brass compasses, and they actually show polar directions rather than, I suppose, what they would call true north. So depending on where you are in the world, it's going to be a little bit slightly off, which is interesting, but it actually goes by true, or by polar north. So it's a slightly different measurement, I guess. I just, again, if I can know a cardinal direction with this, if I don't have the sun or other ways to tell, this is always a nice little thing to have, and it's gorgeous. The craftsmanship on these things is beautiful. It's really, really nice. I'll relight. I always bring a pipe because they always say that one of the reasons people get lost in the woods is that they panic. Well, that's true. So if you have something to just be able to sit down, relax, and think, that could be the first step in avoiding a disaster altogether. And then I always bring a good stick as well. A walking stick can make or break a good hiking experience. I always, whenever I do a walk in the woods, I always bring a walking stick of some form or another, either a shorter one, more like a cane size, or a longer actual hiking staff type thing. Negotiating new terrain, things like that, testing out ground before you step on it, that sort of thing, it always comes in handy. And then in my wallet, I always have pen and paper. Actually, I'll show you my wallet. This is from Function Form, is the company. I can't remember the model name on this particular one. But they are incredibly thin. As you can see, they are extremely durable. And they have a notebook, a little moleskin in here. Along with a loop for a Fisher Space Pen. So I always have a good reliable way of jotting down a note or drawing up a map or anything that I need, you know, just in case maybe I need to leave a signal or a note for somebody, or if I need to jot down something, you know, of note, or if I have a question about, say, a plant or a mushroom that I find, I can always jot it down. I tend to prefer that way of doing things rather than using a phone for that. But I always try to write stuff down to remember it, which is, I think it's a good habit to get into. So, I'm trying to think if there's really anything else. I carry a multi-tool as well, something with a small saw and some pliers, just in case. I usually carry a metal water bottle too, but we were pretty much intending this hike to be a relatively short one, and we're pretty much by a river the entire time, so not too worried about it. But it's absolutely gorgeous being out here, especially this time of year. The bugs are starting to die down a little bit. I think I only ate one or two today. I'll show you around here. It's gorgeous. There's the prettiest part right there. And yeah, it's really nice. We're in a bit of a river channel, so it's really beautiful out here. I always recommend people spend time in the woods. It's good for the soul. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.